Welcome to the channel. This is Clarityempress, the Empress of Clarity, here to give you a collective energy reading and message. Hope everybody is doing well. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Comment in the comment section and let me know if the reading resonates with you. All right. So we got a new deck, new messages. We'll see what Spirit gives us. Sorry I couldn't make it earlier, but had to tend to a few things before we could get into it. And I just wanted the energy to shift. All right, make sure you like, share, subscribe. Make sure you ring that bell anytime I come on. That way you're notified. You know what I mean? Make sure you stay in the know. All right, so I'm mixing stuff up. We got some things to unpack with this new deck. Like I said, new deck, new messages. All right. Oops. I just had to clear my desk before we get into it, because, yeah. What's up, sis? How you doing, Michelle? How are you today? I hope you are well. Bear with me. Like I said, I hope you are doing great. We're also doing live donation readings, so the pinned comment will be coming soon. Let me put that up there for her, because I sure enough should have called her. Okay, so yeah, new deck, new messages. Girl, I mean, I don't need to complain. I'm good. I'm good. I am feeling pretty good. Pretty okay. Alright, so we got a new deck tonight. And I will say I like the messages on the deck. I just discovered it yesterday and got it. The color contrast of the deck is a little too dark for me. But, it's called Tangled Love. I don't know if you've ever seen it before. It's called Tangled Love. And this deck is promising to give us some good messages. So we're going to see. Where my Palo Santo at? My Palo Santo before I begin. Remember where I put it. A sage. Wherefore art thou, Palo Santo? Where'd you run off to? Alright, well, I don't know what I did with it, but we ain't gonna use it today. Oh, but yeah, I know what I could do. Let me ring this bell. Hi, John Clark. How are you? We get ready to get into this message, okay? I just had to clear the energy. All right, Spirit, give me a message. What is it that we need to know? Because the downloaded message is that, we're dealing with someone is emotionally avoidant, okay? And they come in all shapes, sizes, types. But there's an emotionally avoidant person here. And some people who are emotionally avoidant do little tricks up their sleeve to keep you hooked, or at least that's the goal. They want to keep you wanting, waiting. So tell me more, Spirit. Cosmic nudges, intuitive hits, soul match, follow the signs. So your spirit guides, been trying to connect to you in the past energy about your situation, about your person, about what might be happening with them as it pertains to you. All right, tell me more, Spirit. Yeah, toxic environment, bad advice, low vibration, emotional leeching, and karmic relationships. You know, I feel like your person gets bad advice currently, or their bad advice might not even be just about you, but just how to handle life in general. So they stay in a low vibrational energy, and emotionally avoidant people do. They tend to retreat for control. You know, they pull back their energy from you to see if you're going to chase, to see if you're still affected. They stand back and watch to see if you are not just affected, but waiting for them, you know, and that makes them feel like they have control. Tell me more, Spirit. But I feel like somebody's getting low vibrational. So, you know, one of the things about an avoidant is they'll pull back their energy, right? Because they don't want you to feel like you have any control when it comes to them. Also, depending on how you react. So if you react angry and upset, then that proves that to them in their mind that you were too much. If you don't react, then they feel abandoned and they think you never really loved them, right? So there is not really something you can please. Like there's no effort you can make to please them. You know what I'm saying? Because they getting bad advice. They read the signals wrong, you know? Consistent love, consistent attention, respect, all of that is not read in the nature that it comes from. It's read as an opposition. What's up, Black Cherry? Tell me more. Desire. Yeah, self-pleasure, intense feelings, thoughts about you, those type of thoughts. Yeah. In the hidden energy, this person is a bit obsessed, right? They don't let you know that they desire you. They might please themselves to the thought, you, pictures of you, whatever it takes, they may be doing that. Tell me more, Spirit. Right place, right time, alignment, divine time, and meant to be. That's why this is in the challenge position. This is what your avoidant person would want you to believe, that everything has to line up right. The stars have to twinkle a certain way, be in a certain position, the planet. You know what I'm saying? Like they probably have you digging in astrology to see if what planetary date this person's going to show up. You know what I'm saying? And that it will be meant to be. Like y'all are meant to be. But what you are is their greatest supply of emotions. When you showing up on a regular basis, consistently, when you argue, fuss, or fight with them, you are fueling what they believe is not that you're the right person, but that you care, right? And then when you pull back, they're unsure. And then there's this push and pull. And then this person, when they feel like they're about to lose you, right? They show up, but they want to show up like they're a knight on a horse. You know what I'm saying? The right time, the right place, the stars twinkled a certain way. And that's to get you hooked, but that's not necessarily to keep you. That's just to keep fulfilling that emotional need that they have when they have it. Tell me more. Oh, let me pen your comment. Tell me more, Spirit. And there's no other better energy to be in other than self-love. Celebrate loving you, feeling happy, releasing the past, and taking a break from love. Listen, don't stick around with an avoidant trying to wait them out, trying to hope and pray that they be different. Either they are or they aren't. And if they're an avoidant, 9 times out of 10, unless there's something urging them to change, they won't. And the best thing you can do is move on. But their next move, their next move is to keep trying. Their attempt to break down your self-love to reel you back in. That is their next move. All right, bottom of the deck, activation, twin flame, soul contract, divine timing, and synchronicities. So what's going to happen with this particular person is that they're going to start the journey of seeking out twin flames. So maybe you thought that's what it was. You know, they've always come in and out your life, right? They never stuck around. But when they're in your life, it's very intense. Strong emotional feelings. You get each other. It just feels great. And then poof, they gone. And, you know, you feel like there's a soul tie with this person. And it just seems to show up divine timing. But it really, what it is that when they see or feel like you are healing and moving on and you're heading into that self-love, poof, they appear. With the appearance of, I've learned my lesson. We can be together now. I heard Spirit said, don't fall for that. Tell me more, Spirit. Don't fall for the monkey in the tailpipe. Tell me more. Clear mind, clear heart, insight, clarity, and truth. You got clear insight to what was going on. You figured it out. That's what Spirit is saying. You figured it out. You realized that this person was emotionally avoidant. So maybe it took a little while, but enough time that, excuse me, you see what it is. And this is what's helping you move on to self-love so you can celebrate loving you and feel happy. Why? Because you realize what's going on with them is not about you. It never was. It was never about you. Tell me more. Oh, we got Coach Tyrell coming up tonight. I got to find this video real quick. Netflix and chill, sneaky around, friends with benefits. This is how this person made you feel, right? For 1 minute, you felt like you were deeply involved with somebody. And the next minute, it felt really transactional, like this is just Netflix and chill. This is just something to do. You know what I'm saying? And they have others, right? Because emotionally avoiding person is probably good at pitting you against someone else, trying to make you fight for their affections and or attention, triangulating you, so giving you third-party energy, right? If they're not spending time with you, who are they spending time with? Very toxic. Very toxic. Tell me more, Spirit. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you ring that bell. That way you're notified every time we come on. Safe love. So one thing people don't realize, or most people don't, I should say, not they don't. When you are dealing with an avoidant, what they really want is something that feels safe. But they don't feel safe to love. This is somebody who didn't or wasn't able to regulate their emotions as a child. And so they can't offer you that trust, security. You don't feel home with them. But the opposite is true for them. With you, they can feel home. You know what I'm saying? At home. They can trust. You offer security because you are the consistent one. You are the unconditional loving one. You are the healthy loving one, right? So this person feels at home in your energy until they feel like it might smother them or whatever. And it's not that you are a smothering person. It's just that any level of accountability feels like too much for them. You know, an avoidant would tell you things like, you know, you're too good for me. You made the right choice. You should just let me go. You know, I'm not good enough for you, because they know you are safety. But their goal mostly is to keep you on the hook so you stay safe. They try to keep you right there. Tell me more, Spirit. And then we got hiding their true feelings, mixed signals, deep emotions, secret love, and cold and detached, emotionally unattached. So right now, this person is the type of person that will come in, tell you right time, right place, and then turn around and coldly detach from you. All while having deep emotions for you, but don't know how to regulate that, don't know how to deal with that. Child. Meanwhile, your spirit guides is leading you to self-love, which is the healthiest response for you and them. Really, be honest with you. You would challenge this person to be better by just loving yourself. You don't have to do anything toward them. Just by the sake of you loving yourself is a challenge to this person. Because if they can no longer, and I would say 9 times out of 10, they're going to try it first, and a healthy individual is going to want to talk things out and want to understand what's going on. Once you catch on, because Spirit said you did, clear mind, clear heart, insight, clarity, and truth. Once you catch on, you realize, oh, this person is playing games with themselves and attempts to play games with me because they're working out a pattern of their life with you. And Spirit said to let you know the same pattern that they working out with you, they working out with others. Meaning, even if they got a sneaky link, somebody who's not challenging them, they're just working this stuff out with them. Somebody, the next relationship that seems promising, they're gonna do the same thing. They're gonna destroy it. They're gonna sabotage it because their MO don't change. Anytime they get near anything that looks like healthy love, that's not toxic, that's not low vibrational, they sabotage. They ghost. They disappear. They get cold and detached. And the person don't know, and it comes out the blue, so the person is caught off guard. Tell me more, Spirit. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you comment in the comment section and the chat. Let me know if the reading resonates with you, and ring that bell. That way you notify whenever I come on. All right, love affair. Yes. What did I say? This person likes to triangulate, right? Okay, third player hooking up, possible STD. This person could be very promiscuous because they cannot land on one person, or any one person that has their heart for the amount of time. They trying to wrench their way away from them. They trying to get out of that situation. This person, again, would triangulate with third parties to make you jealous, or attempt to elicit some response from you. You know, that validates them by you responding, whether it's anger, sadness, disappointment, whatever energy that you put out there is a validation to they are who they are. Either it's I did the right thing by walking away, or what I'm saying, this person didn't love me anyway. There's one extreme or the other. This person that they don't really have a medium, because that would mean they would be heading toward healthy energy. Let me see, bottom of the deck. Infatuation, in denial, obsessed, and attraction, spell word. Yeah. So, yeah, this person is obsessed. Right. Um, they are obsessed with proving something to themselves. Obsessed with you as a means to prove something to themselves. They need to prove that they're valid. They need to prove that, somebody will fight for me. They need to prove that, um, like, they're worth it in some way. They always got something to prove. And the more that they pull back and obsess, and pull back and obsess, they are showing you just how obsessed they are. They're showing you, and this person, I don't need the collective. I don't need that beloved. I'm good. The more they try to pull back and then turn around and come right back, shows you how infatuated they are, how they're in denial about being obsessed, to be honest with you. And they're very attracted to you because your light attracts their darkness. But a person like this, their next move is a false move. It's just to pull you out of your comfort zone, to pull you out of your self love so that you can focus on what they got going on. Again, to triangulate you would mean that they would throw a third party up in your face. Or at least that's what they think they're doing. And for some people, that's what happens. Like if you react to it, then yeah, they're throwing that person up into in your face with the goal to make you respond, with the goal to see if they have struck a nerve with you. Whether you respond to them, that's as long as they struck a nerve, that's all they need. That nerve is proof. Yep, they still want me. I can still keep playing games with them. Not realizing, excuse me, they'll lose the best thing that they've ever had. And most don't realize that until it's a done deal. Like you ain't nothing they can say no more. Ain't nothing they can do. Ain't nothing you need to see. Just you done. You're not checking on them. You're not talking about them. You're not none of that. Like you over it. You just moved on. And you may not jump into the next relationship, but moving on frees you up for a better relationship than what you have with them. You know? Tell me more. Tell me about clear mind, intuition. Yeah, so the avoidance goal is to make you feel like that y'all have unfinished business, right? Um, to make you feel like that you guys can fix your issues and reconciliation. You've gotten clarity on that because I'm clarifying that your mind is clear. What reconciliation? What proposal? This is somebody that would give you an offer, but where's the consistency? How could you trust them? Not a person that takes you through all of this. I mean, honestly, how could you, right? Tell me more, Spirit. Yeah, because they play mind games, gaslighting, testing you, analyzing you. What I told you, they stand back and watch. Emotionally unavailable. So all the things that they do, that toxic, that bad advice, or what they've learned growing up, is to just to tempt fate with you, just to see. Let me lie to the collective and see if they go for my lies. I don't know, let me test your emotional boundaries, right? Let me see how far I can go. The problem is they will test your boundaries to see how far they can go until you jump off a whole cliff and be done with them. And I don't mean in the literal sense, I mean in a figurative sense, like the proverbial emotional cliff and be done. Like there's no argument, there's no fussing, no fighting, no acting. You're not holding them accountable anymore. You're just done, you know? And they analyze you. Like I said, this person will probe and poke. They will put something up and hope that it's thick. You know what I'm saying? This is somebody who hopes that you see their social media, so they will put something out there for you to be upset about, right? Taunt you. That's what they would do. Taunt you. If you don't have to be social media, whatever way they can, they would taunt you with the expectation of your response. And that response is validating one way or the other. But all the while, they're emotionally unavailable to you because it's a one-sided relationship. All right, tell me more. Tell me more about this desire. Okay, shared journey, lessons learned, soul bond. So this is what they desire. Safe love, and y'all grow together. See, that's the hidden energy. These are the deepest desires in their hidden secrets. They want that bond with you. but they're emotionally unavailable because they haven't worked through their trauma. Whatever that trauma is that created an emotionally unavailable person, this person hasn't done the work. So they deeply desire this love and intimacy with you. They want to grow together with you. They want that safe love. They trust you. You're not able to trust them. And this person wants to grow with you, but I think they see you moving on because enough is enough. The games, taunting you, playing with your feelings, you know what I'm saying, hiding their feelings. Like, all of that is it's a lot of energy to do that. And they have the energy to do it, but you don't. Tell me more, Spirit. Says really committed this time. See? Loyal, in it for the long run, no games. That's the challenge and the lesson. We got two cards of commitment here. Right place, right time, alignment, and meant to be. And then we got loyal, in it for the long run. This is in a challenge and a lesson. This is what you would desire, is that they would not be playing games with you. That they would actually mean what they say what they mean, actually changed. I mean, if you get into it with an emotionally avoided person, that is the goal, right? For this person to heal, to do better. But the likely outcome comes out that you are focused more on self-love and leaving behind any love affair kind of situations they got going on. You know what I'm saying? Because they like to hook up. You know what I'm saying? They like to have third parties meaningly, I can't even say it, meaningless affairs. Whoever they're hooking up with, they don't mean nothing to them. You hear cheaters all the time saying, babe, she didn't mean anything to me. She didn't mean, 9 times out of 10, they don't. That person is a tool to either get something off on or to play with your energy. Unfortunately, they just coming from this toxic love, this toxic environment. Tell me more. Feeling it again. Real connection, affection, sparks flying. So the more you move on, the more you just unbothered, done with the self-love, this person start feeling it again. They feel a connection. Sparks start flying. They start realizing, oh shit, maybe this is the one. Damn, I'm about to lose her. Now all of a sudden, they're attracted. They've never not been attracted. They've never not been probably obsessed with you. But now it's like you re-spark them because you're healing. And that's why every time you get to that healing point where you kind of like, well, guess I'm done. Don't say it like I ain't waiting on them, whatever. They start to realize, oh shit, let me get my shit in order. Let me run over there because I'm feeling it again. And then they either come forward or they stay back, but they end up feeling it. As you move on in self-love and you start loving yourself, you don't have room to be fighting for a space in somebody's life. You just don't. You don't feel the need to even get upset. Like they're not triggering you, okay? They're not keeping you in a place like they thought they would. They come back and get that validation every time they want it. Then that's not. What's the bottom of the deck? Intimacy, passion together, magnetic pull missing you. Yeah. This person has infatuation. They definitely want the intimacy with you. And I already mentioned that. They desire you, like you really attract this person, but they're secretive and they're sneaky. This person plays a lot of games. They're always hiding information, mysterious and dishonest. This is not somebody you can trust. And I really feel like you don't really have what I'm seeing here. Their next move is not going to prove to you that y'all have unfinished business. It's just going to prove to you that this person lacks the maturity or the strength to grow up and change and be present. They're hiding because, loving and being in a committed relationship is a little too much for them to handle. They just haven't worked on themselves. Mind games sound like a little bit more fun to them. All of this amounts to somebody being able to control what goes on with them. They want to be able to they want to be able to put the brakes on when they want to put the brakes on. They want to be able to put the gas on when they want to put the gas on, but you don't get to say so. If anytime you have something to say and you're holding them accountable, they retreat. They can't handle that. But that clarity that you got and that past energy, it showed you that focusing on self love is exactly what Black Cherry said, the key. You feel happier. You release the past and you take a break from all of that fake love that they were offering. You know, this is somebody that don't know really what love is. If they can't love you out loud, if they can't love you um, consistently, if they feel like they got to lie, sneak, and play games, mind games, you know, whatever, cheat on you, whatever, third parties, if they feel like they got to do all of that, they can't properly love you. And you can hope, like, against hope that they're going to change. But 9 times out of 10, they're just going to keep up the foolishness. This person does not, how do I put it? They cannot, they're stubborn. So they're not going to change until they hit some sort of rock bottom where that rock bottom really is the loss of you, you know, and maybe the world that they've built for themselves starts to crumble. But this is not gonna be a fairy tale. Okay, their next move is to just keep playing. They feel it again. In their mind, though, they think they have changed, but they haven't, because they go right back to cold and detached, like in no time. But the challenge and the lesson is the fact that they keep hiding their feelings and they keep thinking, this time I'm going to be committed, only to then do the same thing. And again, like if you're thinking that if they discard you, they'll go find somebody better and stick with that person, 9 times out of 10, that person is not going to make them happy, and that person is not going to challenge them. So that it's like that kind of energy where somebody gets with somebody who just plays with them, but they're allowed to go do whatever. Like they can go ahead and even get married, but that person is always going to have affairs. They're always going to cheat, and the person that they're cheating on is aware. You know what I'm saying? People like to believe that married couples, you know, people who live in the same household, or, you know, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, that you don't know that person is cheating on you. You know, there's a thing called smell. People can smell other people on you. There's a sixth sense of feeling or deep knowing that person is not trying to deny the actual facts, right? They will pick up on the nuances, the changes. Like they won't necessarily be completely oblivious. Now, and hindsight is always 2020. So sometimes you don't. A person does not pick up on the sneakiness of the other person because it's always been explained and excused and it made a lot of sense. And, you know, I just go with it because, you know, it just made sense. But then when you, like I said, that hindsight be 2020, you be like, wait a minute, they always had a certain smell they ain't leave with. You know what I'm saying? They did this, but they had stopped doing that. Like, you pay attention to them differently. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, your person could be infatuated, obsessed with you, and all of that stuff, but Spirit said you go and focus on self love, and that this person may come toward you, but them coming toward you, they have to hit rock bottom before they will make good on the promises that they may have promised you. Meaning, you know, um, just being meant to be and really committing this time. They may have to go through something so harsh, so dark, and so low before they have understood how much you mean to them. And the only thing you could do is let them. You can't fix or change them. You can't create something different with them, because they are still them. And if they have not healed, worked on it, tried it, recognized, what they're doing. Because sometimes, it's really an unconscious or subconscious type of thing that people do when they cold detached, even when they play in the mind games. This is what they learn. So they are rooted in that. And 9 times out of 10, they may not see something wrong with it. Like, it would take a person like this to deeply reflect personally how wrong they are. Instead of thinking, oh, so and so did this to me and such did that to me, they may have. But how are you responding in your relationships? How are you showing up in your relationships? And I feel like this person may not understand how they're showing up, but you are mirroring that distance. You are not entertaining this person's whims. And by doing so, and pulling back your energy, you can focus on self-love and new opportunities start to flow for you. Like I said, this person get a little whiff of your achievements and accomplishments, and they get a little antsy and can't wait to come. But Spirit's like, nah. That next move is they gonna have to pick up them pieces of leaving you behind and playing around in your energy, and now you're so done. Now you're done. And you're not done in a, oh, I'll be back kind of energy. You're just like, yeah, no. I don't trust you. I'm not happy with you. And I need to go love on myself. Once you get that healing, oh my gosh. The healing that comes from self-love is like no other, because you finally choosing you, loving on you, protecting you in a way that that person never could. And the the euphoria you get from really loving yourself and staying present. Okay? There's a false sense of loving yourself too, but we're going to talk about loving yourself and staying present and being grateful for your life. It's unmatched energy. It's unmatched energy. You're not going to find that. You can't get that, can't buy it. Nobody can give it to you. Only you. Only you can get that peace of mind. You know? Yep. Tell me more about feeling it again. Heart repair, healing, love wins, building trust. So, I'm gonna put it to you like this: the more you stay in your self-love era, in energy, like shut this down, move it on, not reopen it, just keep going and build your life up. This person starts to activate their heart repair. Now they want to heal. Now love is winning. Now they want to build trust. Um, you just gotta be careful with a person like this, that they not talking a good one with the anticipation of not really putting in the work to themselves, and then basically leeching off of you emotionally. And if they decide that they coming to you with the help me with my problems type thing, you have to redirect them to how they would solve their own problems. Okay? You gonna have to. Alright, tell me about self-love, Spirit. Yeah, they snooping. This person doing drive-bys. This person tries to position themselves at places they know you would be at. They ask about you. They stalk you on social media. Hell, they get tarot readings on you too. They bought their own deck, and they try to look you up, try to ask Spirit to tell you stuff. But I'm hearing some of y'all guides are throwing them off your scent, meaning they're not getting accurate depictions of what's going on with you. But they snoop and they watch. And like I said, they try to position themselves to be where they know you would expect to be. Okay, so the stores that you shop in, the places that you go, this person, don't be surprised if you run into them there. Because they're constantly scanning, obsessed, and looking for you. Ooh, oh, shit. And the worst thing is they don't want anybody to expose their obsession. The problem is they already exposing it for themselves. Opposites attract. Yeah, bad boy, different beliefs, insane attraction, and balance out each other. This is what they feel like you do. They feel like you balance out. The thing is, they don't realize you help them regulate and or balance their emotions, but they're not giving you that courtesy, that energy as well. I figured they gonna grow together with you, and you're so much different than me, and we have some similarities, but you're good for me. And but you can't say the same. If anything they're good for when it comes to you is helping you build boundaries, helping you recognize where you need boundaries. You know what I'm saying? How to keep people out that don't deserve to be there. Yeah, spotlight. You are popular. And this, you have some attention from a narcissist who sees your popularity. They see you glowing. And they love attention, but you are the one getting attention. So by you getting attention and not putting the attention on them, it's putting you on their spotlight. Man, you already may be in your own, but they got you on spotlight energy too. Mm-hmm. Got to be more careful, as my girl said. Mm. Soul searching. They got to do that inner work, y'all. The deep meaning, their spiritual path. This is what they need to be doing right now. And some of them are. Because they know they've been playing, they've been gaslighting you, breadcrumbing you, testing you, analyzing. You know what I'm saying? They know that they have to do the inner work. This is what, you know why? Because you mirror to them. Either you do the mirror, either you do the mirror. Either you do the inner work or that's it. Because you over here healing. You over there loving yourself. And they sitting there watching you on your journey. Oops, sorry, y'all. They sitting there watching your journey like, damn, beloved just left me behind. Yep. Good luck. You know why? Because they stubborn, bossy, selfish, guarded, inflexible, and lacks empathy. Sucks to be them. What's the bottom of the deck? Yeah, unknown caller. This person plays on your phone with fake text spam numbers. They got text now numbers. They write texts that they never send. They call, just listen to the sound of your voice. You sound like spammers, but they're not spamming. They are just fake texting. It feels like spam, put it that way. This person is every which way. They want to feel needed by you. It's not just love. They want to feel needed and valued by you. For whatever they do, for whatever they are. They want you to value them in some way. Spirit said you can't, though. You can't value a ghost. You just can't value somebody who's cold-hearted, who lies, who's sneaky, who's untrustworthy. You can't, how do you quantify those qualities? You know what I mean? Well, how do you put value to that? You know? Ah. So, I'm going to conclude based on what I see is this person is watching you heal, move on, love on yourself. They're stalking you because they are obsessed. They're starting to have those feelings again, even though they have third parties. They're starting to have the feelings again for you. And they want to repair their heart with you. They want to build your trust again. Spirit says you have to be very careful with a person like that. You cannot be all in. You can't. There's no reason to. They have never given you a reason to. That's what Spirit's saying. They've never given you a reason to be all in with them. So building trust is going to be hard. Very difficult. And mainly because your person, when they pull back their energy so abruptly, quickly, like I said, they ghost. Um, they keep showing you that there's nothing to invest in. And a lot of y'all have gotten the clarity you needed that you're not investing. Even if they come back on the white horse, you're not invested. There's nothing to invest in. You know, you may not be mean, and it's recommending that you don't. You just move on. You know what I'm saying? Without a lot of hoopla, without a question of, declare your love for me type energy. You just simply move on. And you heal while you do that. All right, so take it out, resonate. If it don't resonate, don't take it. Are we going to move on? Are we going to do Black Cherry? Getting ready to deal you, sis. I like this new deck. Uh-oh, did I? Tangle Love. It got some good cards in here, but whew, it's a heavy deck. This person is nostalgic too. They look at your pictures. Any way they can look at you, they look at your pictures. And they are nostalgic about you. Ouch. Oof. Got the Kipper Dipper deck. No, not Kipper Dipper. Kipperish deck, my bad. Alright. Alright, Spirit, give me a message for Black Cherry. She wants to know, is there anybody coming into her life? New. Anyone new coming into her life in the near future? Let's say near future. Oh, Lord. I got protection. Now, I can't say how this fell because it was all kinds of ways. So there's something fluctuating in your energy. You may be manifesting somebody. They might be manifesting you. But it's kind of like a unclear signal, I would say. What it gives me is that somebody's putting in their order and then rescinding it because they are scared. Okay? It is driven by fear. So something I said to a family member before, I said, you keep canceling your order every time you say, I want this, and then you say, I'm not ready. So that might be something that's happening with that protection or, something to that effect, because that card didn't know which way it wanted to fall. I had to pick it up. Yeah. And I don't know if you doing it or they doing it, but somebody constantly canceling the order. Like, yeah, I'm ready, but I'm not. And you can't manifest that way. Tell me, Spirit. One at a time. Nope. You can manifest right now. This is the current energy. If you was to manifest somebody right now, they'd be what you call a homosexual. Somebody who is very needy, emotionally, and maybe even physically. And that is not what you need. Tell me more, Spirit. There'd be low vibrational. Tell me about the hidden energy, Spirit. Does she have somebody new coming her way? A healthy love, rather. So, hell no. This is you. And that Piscean sweetheart energy. So you good people. We know that, but you're good people. An unconditional lover. Sorry, I gotta scratch the mosquitoes was trying to eat me up outside. Tell me more. She said, I ain't stupid, universe. Alright, tell me. Tell me more, spirit. Yeah, the challenge is meeting your counterpart. Because this is in the challenge and the lesson. To manifest the nice guy that matches the sweetheart energy. That's the king and the queen of cups. Maybe the guy you need is somebody that might have like heavy water placements. So they get the emotional investment, so to speak. Because you got to have an emotional investment in a water sign. Like, you will fuck up if you don't. And then obsession, Lord. I'm going to tell you right now. What I'm getting, there's more of a no, but it's probably because you're going to have to turn somebody down who is emotionally, it's not avoidant, I want to say. Ooh, what is the word? Not absent, but absent is coming to mind. It's devoid, like this person right now, whoever it is, if they were come into your life anytime soon or reappear in your life, this is somebody who's like got an empty heart. Like they're not what they seem. They like a bottomless well is what I'm getting. Like they don't get satiated. But they are obsessed. So it's obsessive energy. So this might be an emotionally avoidant person that would try to keep you obsessed with them. Or they got somebody that's obsessed with them. What's the bottom of the deck? Ice King. Nah. So if you do manifest somebody, they're gonna be cold hearted, devoid of feeling, emotionally avoided. And we could talk about next steps about that kind of energy, mainly because to you it'll be very obvious what's wrong with them or what's going on with them, but what not to do is what I would explain to you. What not to do in a situation like that, because this is somebody who's stubborn and think they know it all. Okay, and the problem is, deep down they have a lot of emotion with the nice guy here, but they're not going to show it. So, hey, you take it how it resonate. But I don't think this ain't what you want. This is what I'm hearing. This ain't what you want. Okay? This person would be stalking you from afar kind of energy. Even if they are new. They the type of person to drop something and wait for you to pick it up. Trying to trap you. Spirit said the devil is a lie, not my child, spirit. So that's what I got. I don't get anything new that you want. Somebody new in your life, they're gonna be a know-it-all, bossy, and restrictive when it comes to their emotions, which is not something you would navigate well, and then in the sense of tolerating. Okay, so that's your message. I hope it resonated in a way you needed it to resonate with. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Comment in the comment section. Let me know if the reading resonated with you. And I'm going to bid you adieu tonight, because I need to plug this phone up before it dies. And I'm feeling tired. I need to get some rest. You welcome, sis. I'm going to holler at y'all. Hopefully tomorrow. We'll see. In the meantime, have a good night. And, don't forget, like, share, and subscribe is free. It's an energetic donation to the channel. It costs you nothing. A like, a sub, ring the bell. All of that's beautiful donations to the channel, and it is much appreciated. So I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. Peace and love, and have a good night.